It is on slideshow format.
Good morning, parents, family, colleagues, and students. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the parent orientation of grades 5 to 8 for the academic year 2025-26. Before we begin, I kindly solicit your attention. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Before we begin, I kindly solicit your attention to a few important guidelines for the smooth conduct of today's proceedings. It is a request to all the attendees to please stay muted and avoid confusion and delay. You are free to type in your queries and concerns in the chat box. Should you have any doubts or queries during the presentation, I ask for your patience until the end, when the floor will be open for a dedicated question and answer session. Good morning once again. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Monday morning. I'm Himaya Dennis, homeroom teacher, grade 7 and faculty at the Department of English. Today, we have with us our visionary heads of our school along with the coordinators and our dynamic array of teachers handling grades 5 to 8. Furthermore, we have with us our members of IT department. We are almost at the beginning of the 7th year of our academic journey. Time has passed quickly, but one thing that has remained constant is our great teachers, talented students, and supportive parents, a community committed to providing the very best for its children. We envision our school to be a place where all our students wake up each morning wanting to come to school, where they feel welcomed and connected, a place where they will cherish to have ignited their imagination and a trampoline that gave them thrust, momentum, and direction to their dreams. A special welcome to all the new students and the families who are freshly added members of the Monarch community. Parents, thank you for sending your child to us. We consider it a great honor that you are entrusted your child's future with DPS Monarch International School. The aim to have an orientation for our parents and students is to acquaint with our academic and co-curricular team and structure. As we begin the orientation, let us have a look at the flow of events. Welcome address by principal, overview of the curriculum which will be given by the headmaster, pedagogy will be briefed by the academic coordinators, co-scholastic structure by the activity coordinators, briefing by IT department, followed by a question and answer session. At DPS Monarch, we are proud to offer state-of-the-art facilities that provide our students with everything they need to thrive. We provide an environment that nurtures our students with values and skills to make the world a better place. I now hand over to the person for whom education is the foremost passion, our principal, Ms. Meenal Bakshi, whose leadership and dedication have been instrumental in shaping the ethos of our institution. Ma'am, over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Himaya. And as Ms. Himaya has correctly said about the aim of this parent orientation session. So firstly, I would like to welcome, and I'm very much delighted to welcome all the existing parents and the new parents to our parent orientation session. And as she has already mentioned, that this orientation is designed to provide valuable insight into our academic programs, school policies, co-curricular activities. And I must say that we would give you the insight how your child would be holistically developed at the school. So we look forward to meeting you in person as well as the year goes. And as you all know, the school will reopen on 6th of April for all the students. So I wish that together we'll try creating a very happy environment for all the students to ensure a successful and enriching learning experience for everyone who is admitted in DPS Monarch. So going further, I would be giving you a little brief about a few things which are most important for the new parents because they are not familiar with a lot of things in this school. And I know the existing parents are already know about these things. So it's just a reminder for them. So firstly, I would like to introduce the DPS Families Visionary Leadership Team. So we have our school patron, Miss Aisha Mohammed bin Hamam, and then we have our school as president, Mr. Yasir Nayanar, followed by school vice president, Mr. George Thomas, and we have a team of directors, those who look into different areas of the school, and myself as a principal in the executive committee. Moving further, I would like to introduce the academic leadership team to you, because these are the team members who would be playing an instrumental role in your child's educational journey. And in case if you have any query, any feedback, any concern, you can always get in touch with them. So we have our school headmaster for the middle school, Mr. Kapil Christopher, and followed by academic leadership team of coordinators. We have Ms. Amrita Vardhan. She is the academic coordinator for grade 5. We have Ms. Harsha Bhatia. She is the academic coordinator for grade 6. We have Ms. Sudha Bhuvneshwar. She is the coordinator for grade 7 and 8, academic coordinator. And we have Ms. Surabhi Suri. She is the activity coordinator for grade 5 to 8. Next, we have a team of head of the departments, those who look after each and every subject. So we have social science department head, Ms. Madhu Uppal. She is the vice principal of secondary school as well. Then we have Mr. Ajay. He looks after mathematics. Then Mr. Prashant for physics, Mr. Rajiv for chemistry. Now parents must be wondering, from grade 5 to 8, they study science as a general science subject where it's combined. But then again, just to have a quality control in each component of science, we have 3 different HODs looking after these 3 components. Then we have, I would say, 3 components of physics, chemistry, and bio. So bio is looked after by Ms. Neetu. Then Ms. Indra is for ICT, Ms. Priyanka for Qatar history, and Ms. Sudha is for English, and she's the academic coordinator for grade 7 and 8 as well. Then we have Ms. Evelyn Blossom, who is looking after Kannada, and she is the headmistress for kindergarten and primary as well. Mr. Sarvesh is the head of the department for Hindi and Sanskrit. Mr. Vicky is for French. Ms. Punita is for Tamil and Telugu. Ms. Ismita for Malayalam, and Ms. Tabassum, she is the head of the department for Arabic, Urdu, and Islamic studies. Moving further, we have head of the departments for physical education, Mr. Surinder Thapa. Dance and music is looked after by Mr. Rajiv Das. And we have Ms. Tamarai Selvi. She is the head of the special education need department. And I would be giving you a little bit more detail about this department later in my presentation. And then we have 2 school counselors, those who are looking after the emotional and mental well-being of the students. We have Ms. Akanksha Shrivastava. She is the school counselor, middle school counselor for grade 1 to 6. And Ms. Reema Raheja looks after from grade 7 to 12. And then we do have a subject representative in 3 subjects, because those departments are very big. So apart from HODs, these 3 subject reps are also handling the department. So we have Ms. Surbi for Hindi, Ms. Regina for social studies, and Mr. Hamad for Arabic, Islamic, and Urdu. And then these are the admin heads, those who look after different and various areas. So we have IT head, Mr. Binoy, who would be giving you a brief talk about the school portal and other things. Then we have facility manager, Mr. Mohammed Alim. He looks after 3 major areas of the school in the admin, security and safety, facility, and transport. And under him, there are 3 supervisors. So Mr. Ranji Jacob is for facility, Mr. Afzal Khatib is for transport, and Mr. Robin is for security. So in case if you have any query related to safety, security, facility, and transport, you can always get in touch with these supervisors. Now moving forward, just would like to touch upon our school motto, mission, vision, and objectives, so that all the parents are aligned with our goals. And as we always encourage a great partnership between school and parents, so especially for the new parents, so our school motto is education with the difference. When we say education with the difference, we literally mean that we believe, where we feel that no child should be left behind in the learning process. Whatever child's potential is, as per the child potential and capability, the opportunities should be given out to each and every child in the school. Talking about our school vision, which is which consists three key points. One is child-centric, second is value-based, and third is technology-driven education, where we try to have a perfect balance between values and technology. And that you can see it's quite evident in our day-to-day activities and events which we organize in school. And talking about our mission, whatever vision we have for the school, the ultimate mission is to create the better place for everybody to live in, and how as a student you can contribute. This is our the mission. And based on this mission, we have set up our school objectives, values, vision, and the school motto. Now, talking about other things. So first of all, would like to highlight little bit what do we offer as a school. So there are four major components we have included in this. One is infrastructure wise, we have a big school where we are giving a lot of facilities, whether it's related to sports, multi-purpose halls, school lockers, science labs, computer lab, robotics lab. We have everything in place. So I suggest all the new parents, those who have not seen the school yet, you're most welcome. We are still working till 27th. So you can come and have a look at the school. We would love to have a school tour with you. Or otherwise, when we reopen on 6th, you're welcome on any day. Then, as I just mentioned, technology driven is a part of one of the important key component in school vision, technology based learning, where we have integrated a lot of ICT into our curriculum to make the teaching and learning process little bit more enhanced. And we normally do not follow the traditional methods of teaching, because as world is changing every day, so our teaching pedagogies must be. So we try to integrate technology as much as or wherever it is possible in the manner so that it enhances the learning and teaching in the classroom. Then we have the set of well qualified and experienced teachers on board with us, dealing with various subjects and areas in the school. And in the later part of presentation, the coordinators will introduce the teachers to you, those who would be teaching your children. And then overall, we try to have a very holistic approach in school, where we try to talk about learning excellence, empowering students with technology. We always try that children should be encouraged to take up leadership roles, and whatever activity they do, the point is we would like to inspire a student to unlock their fullest potential. So this is what holistic approach we have integrated in our school curriculum and in all the activities and events we organize. Moving further, I would like to touch upon certain value-added initiatives which we are running as programs in our school. And these are the opportunities where children can go an extra mile, which are above the daily curriculum. And if children are enrolled for such programs, that would definitely add a value to their overall learning experience. So first of all, because many parents are already having little bit anxiety about this school integrated program, that is physics wala. So far we were having FITGI as our school integrated program, and from upcoming year we are changing it to physics wala. I do understand the parents have concern, they have a lot of questions in mind, but for that we already had one presentation with physics wala a few days ago at DPS MIS auditorium. And parents, those who have missed out, I would like to again give you some important information so that you can make an informed and right choices for your children. So the main idea of changing from FITGI to physics wala is we had certain observation where we felt now, based on the current need of the student, and as you see the world is becoming so dynamic, so as our learning process should also be enhanced in the school. So PW platform will not only do the integrated program in our school the way we are doing. Apart from that, they will give a very, very well structured ed tool platform to student, where children can have a lot of benefits and learning at home as well. See, we are not going to change anything in school. The way it was happening with the FITGI as an integrated program in school, same way it will run. Apart from that, we are giving additional resources to students so that once they are not in school, they are back home. If they want to have self-study, they want to have any doubt, there is a platform available for them. And now very soon, students will also be oriented regarding this platform, how to use and how this platform would be more beneficial. So parents, those who have little bit anxiety about how physics wala would run, can we go back to the previous slide? The integrated program will be offered from grade 6 to grade 12 as usual. The classes will be taking place in the school. Usually section A is allocated as an integrated program where offline classes in school would be taking place. And apart from that, there would be some extra classes which would be given to students offline. And apart from that, there is a EdTech platform which would be provided to parents so that they can monitor the progress of their students. And PW is already running this integrated program in 50 schools in India, where and in the Gulf also they have 17 offline centers, including one in Qatar. They are going to open soon, and they have their own 3 schools in Gurgaon where they are running this program very well. So parents, those who wish to know more about this program, they can always coordinate with Mr. Sunil, and the phone number is mentioned on the screen. And we are continuing with the same faculty who was teaching FITGI program, but we have made little bit change. Some faculty members are changed because we were not very happy with them. So we always try to bring teachers, those who are more suitable and those who can give their best. So you can see this is the team of PW, overall coordinator, Mr. Sunil. Then we have Mr. Ramesh Kumar, who would be taking up mathematics, Mr. Arvind, physics, Ms. Samsira, chemistry, Ms. Simran, biology, Mr. Rabani, chemistry, and Mr. Shubham, mathematics. Some of them are transferred from DPS MIS, like Mr. Rabani and Mr. Arvinda. The rest all was teaching in our school at Monarch as well. So this is the team who would be taking the integrated program in school. It would run in the same manner the way FITGI program was happening. But as I have mentioned, there would be a lot of additional resources given out to students for their self-learning as well. Next slide, please. Okay, the next initiative we have taken is we always feel that children should be given chances in various areas. There are some students, those who are very good in science, some are good in maths. And we have observed that there are a lot of students, those who have a potential to do very well in music and dance as well. So keeping that ethos in mind, we have collaborated with Mr. Stephen Devisi, and we have his own academy in our school, where we have enrolled children for instrumental instrument learning like guitar, piano, keyboard, percussion, tabla. And apart from that, in vocal, we are offering Hindustani vocal and Western vocal, and the dance, we are offering classical and Western dance. So parents, those who are interested to enroll their children in this academy, they can enroll. They can always get in touch with Mr. Rajiv Das, who is the cultural head of the school, or you can always go to Miss Kanika. She is at the reception, or you can inform the class teacher of your child. Anyway, you can approach, and the classes are already going on. And from 6th of April, we would resume the classes, and the classes would be taking place after school hours, and transport facilities also provided for children, those who would be participating in this program. Next is the next value added initiative is Mentoring Young Minds. This is not a new initiative, but for the new parents, just would like to highlight, this is a program which we are offering from grade 5 to grade 12. There are 3 major components in this program. One is community service, second is internship, and third is career counseling. I do understand that 2 of the key components, career counseling and internship, is not very much applicable for middle school. But right from grade 8, if you start talking to your children about what subjects they like, what profession they would like to take up, I think there would be a lot of clarity. But still, I would say they are still very young to decide upon their profession. But still, if you start talking about these things at a very early stage, then children will also get a lot of clarity in mind, and they can make informed choices. So we always want children to be informed about certain things. And why we have included community service in this, because most of the universities nowadays look into this aspect very well. The marks are not only the criteria anymore. They look into the entire portfolio of the student. and they want to see how children are engaged and involved in other things apart from getting good marks. So that's the whole idea of offering this program. And that's why we have named it Mentoring Young Minds, so that children are aware about their own learning, what they really want to do in future, and how can they enhance their skills and develop the overall portfolio for themselves. Going next, this is another initiative, Cisco Integrated Curriculum. So from grade 8 onwards, children are enrolled for Cisco program. We do have a Cisco Academy in our school. This is also an old program from last 4 years we've been running. So children are enrolled in different kind of programs and they get the certification from Cisco. There's a self-learning platform and all children, those who are enrolled, actually it's mandatory for all the children. They can choose the learning unit as per their choice or offered by the school, and they get time to learn about that particular program. And then after doing a lot of assessments, they are certified from the Cisco. Again, it's a additional and the value added feature in child's portfolio, because you get to know a lot about technology, and these kind of certifications from Cisco would be very beneficial once you go for university in the Western countries or in fact in India. And apart from that, children, those who are very much interested in the field of technology, they get a chance to do professional level courses in their school life as well. Otherwise, these courses are very expensive if you try to enroll your child as an individual outside the school. But in the school, we are running this program without charging any additional fee, because we really want children to do well in their life, not only academically, but in other areas as well. So you please always take a feedback from your children, how they are doing in the Cisco, what units they have taken up, how that course is going on, what kind of certification. And just to let you know, more than 1,600 students are already certified in our school. They have got different certifications for completing different modules and units, which they have done from Cisco. Next program is SEN program. This is a new initiative which we are going to initiate from our upcoming year. It's a collaboration with VXL organization, which is Chennai based in India. And we are going to run a special program for special need children. See, we always say our school is inclusive, where we do not differentiate between any child. We always believe all children can learn. Maybe their way of learning can be unique and personalized. So we want to give an extra attention to special need children. For that, we are coming up with a special department, which has already existed in our school, run by Ms. Tamarai Selvi. But now we want to do it at a big scale, where we have already appointed 8 SEN educators for this program, including occupational therapists, SEN educators, and this collaboration with VXL will give a lot of structured learning to this program, because the people, those who are running this organization, they are professional in this field. They would be visiting Qatar, training our teachers, looking into the individual programs for special need children, and try to make it more personalized and individualized for those children. There would be pull-out sessions. There would be a lot of occupational therapy sessions in this school. So for that, we would have a separate orientation with the special need children, parents, and any parent who feels that there is some kind of concern with my child. I always tell parents that don't be a denial mode. See, every child is unique. Their way of learning might be different from another child. So don't feel that my child is abnormal. If the way of learning is different, let us nourish that way and let us help and support the child, so that the child can always show her or his best in that field. So that's the main objective. That's why if you can see this picture where I've mentioned all children can learn, this is the main objective. So we'll have a separate orientation program for this. And then we have identified few children, those who have some kind of learning disabilities, and they have to learn in a different way. So this is just an additional support program for children, those who are having certain concerns. And Ms. Tamarai would be heading this department, and she would be connecting with parents very soon. Going next, just after value added initiatives, I would like to touch upon this academic calendar. You will soon get the student almanac where the entire academic year calendar would be published. But before that, these are the important dates which we would like to inform to parents. So in case if you want to make your travel plans, you can do so. See, these dates are suggested by MOE, but in case if there is any change comes from MOE, we will let you know. So the summer break would start from 6th July. So 4th July would be last working day, that is Friday. So, and then 23rd school will reopen for teachers and grade 10 and 12 students. For grade 5 to 8, the school will reopen on 31st August. So it should have been written actually 31st August here, but I'm just informing you. 23rd is for teachers and 31st August is for students. And midterm break would start from 26 October to 1st November. And before that summer break also, there is another Eid break coming up from 6th June to 14th June. So actually, we are still waiting for MOE circular to get the confirmed dates. That's why we have not mentioned. But I'm just informing you informally that there would be one more break before summer break from 6th June to 14th June. These dates are tentative, but just wanted to let you know. Then we'll have a winter break from 20, again, the date is changed. It's from 18th December, 18 December to 3rd January. 4th January school will reopen for teachers and the 5th January school will reopen for students. So all these things we will send to all the parents through circular as well. But we just wanted to inform you so that you can plan your travel accordingly. And apart from that, just want to inform one more thing. Today, we are sending one circular to all the parents from grade 6 to grade 12 regarding our annual educational field trip, which we organize. So this time, we are the first Indian school who has taken the initiative to take the trip to Japan. And then today in the circular, everything would be mentioned about the fee, itinerary, everything is mentioned in detail in that letter. So I request all the parents, new parents, existing parents, those who are interested to send their children for this field trip, they can enroll because we have limited seats of 50 and the tentative dates are 27 June to 3rd July. This would be the last week of the school. See, last year we got the feedback from parents that when we take this trip during the summer holiday, most of the parents cannot utilize the summer break properly. So then we thought, rather than taking the trip in the summer break, better we take in the last week of this term, and exams will be over by that time and there's nothing much in school. So that's a perfect time to take the field trip and teachers would be comparatively free. So that's why the tentative dates are 27 June to 3rd July. It's 6 nights, 7 days trip. And all the information has been mentioned along with the registration link in the letter. I think within the next 30 minutes, you'll get that circular. Yeah, next slide, please. Why I'm telling you about this trip, so that when you're planning for your summer break this time, you're not going to miss out any single day from the summer break. So from the 4th July itself, you can plan your holiday. And now the most important thing, and I think after this, I will conclude my part because you have to go through a lot of information. So talking about parent involvement, as we always encourage a great partnership between school and parents. But then again, we have a chain of communication which we have, which we always encourage parents to follow. Because if you want a timely solutions to your concern, better you follow this chain of communication so that you can also understand what is happening and how we can find the best solution. So anything which is your concern or feedback, you can always approach the class teacher, then coordinator, then headmaster, Mr. Kapil, then I'm also available. Only my request to parents is please take appointments and then come, because we are always busy with a lot of meetings and a lot of work in school. So in case if you come without appointment, then sometimes it becomes very difficult to attend to you. If you take the appointment, then definitely that time is allocated for you and we would be there. And as a school policy, we never endorse any WhatsApp group with parents. Only the system which we have devised in school is sending the message through broadcast, WhatsApp broadcast, which is a one-way communication. We never expect any response from the parents for those kind of messages. Why? Because we understand sometimes you can miss out the circulars on the portal, and WhatsApp is a very convenient way maybe in 100 times in a day we check our WhatsApp. So then there is a low probability that you miss out any circular. So all the important information we always send to parents through broadcast WhatsApp group, where it's a one-way communication. If parents are having their own WhatsApp groups and whatever information they are putting there, addressing, school doesn't take any accountability for that. Why I'm telling you? Because many a times parents come to me and say, we read this in the parents group, WhatsApp group, which we are not creating and we are not part of that group. So please don't believe in that kind of information. Anything which a school wants to inform to parents, we always communicate through proper official circular, and we upload on portal first, and then as a backup we inform through WhatsApp as well. So that's the WhatsApp policy. And the next is communication. There are so many ways. I told you, we have a student almanac where a lot of information is published. So we have a school portal, Next Square. Then we have mail facility given out to parents and students. We always publish monthly newsletter, Monarch Bulletin. We have social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And one request I have for parents, if you have any concern, any feedback, I think social media is not the best way to put your concern. You can always come to us directly and share your concern. Then we can discuss the solution with you. We update something on social media regarding, suppose, Earth Day activity, and there some parents are writing comment about periodic test. It doesn't make sense, because first of all, we are not going to read all the comments there. And secondly, if such comments are there, I'm honestly telling you, we delete. Why? Because that's not the right platform to share your concern. We have email, we have school almanac, we have school portal. You can come and meet us and share your concern. We would love to talk to you and discuss about your concerns. Next, this is the platform between parents and school, as we have told in the previous slide. And these are the school policies which are published in our school website. So I request all the new parents especially, please go through these policies. And once the school will reopen, we'll send a form to all the parents to confirm whether they have read the policies or not. Apart from reading, the main point is to understand the policies, because these policies are the includes a lot of information for you to, in case you have any query, any doubt, you can always refer to. And then you are informed in advance that this is how the school works and these are the systems in the school. So this is my strong recommendation. Whenever you get free time, read these policies, especially discipline policy, along with the child, so that they are also informed about these things. So with this, I conclude my part here, with the hope that we work together. And I wish everyone happy Eid. Enjoy your term break, year-end break with your children. Have a good time in holiday. And we will see all the students on the 6th of April. And once again, thank you so much for all your support to make year 24-25 a successful academic year for all of us. And I hope that we'll have a better and more successful year and a very, very happy learning environment for all our students in upcoming year. Thank you so much. And now over to Ms. Himaya.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that insightful and comprehensive outline illuminating all aspects of our school. Now, I have the pleasure of inviting our respected headmaster, Mr. Kapil Christopher, a visionary leader and a steadfast guide, to brief us with the overview of our curriculum. Sir, over to you, please.
Thank you, Ms. Maya. Thank you, Principal Ma'am, for introducing to all of us and sharing the overview of the entire school. Thank you so much. Dear parents, with regard to the curriculum overview, where we are a CBSE curriculum and we offer a developmentally appropriate program with cumulative assessment options. It focuses mainly on the following 7 key learning areas. These are the 7 key areas that we generally follow and which are as per the CBSE curriculum, which is communication and language skills, reading and writing, physical development, personal, social, and emotional development, mathematics, understanding the world around you, expressive arts and design. Now, all these 7 key areas are taken care into the entire CBSE curriculum program, and where each subject integration is there, covering all these 7 key areas. Next. The subjects that are offered for the middle school students is mathematics, English, science, which is integrated. All 3 sciences are combined together for the middle school, which is physics, chemistry, and bio. Social science, again, which is integrated here, which is political science, history, civics, geography, all that is integrated in social science in the middle school. Then we have second language, which is, there are 6 second languages that we offer for the students of grade 5 to 8: French, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, Arabic for native Arabs and non-Arabs, and Kannada. So these are the 6 languages, second languages, and children study them up to grade 10. The third language is above 6, plus we have Telugu, Sanskrit, and Urdu are additional subjects which are given in third languages. And this third language children have to study up to grade 8. Curriculum overview for other subjects that we have here. We have Qatar history for native Arabs and non-Arabs. For native Arabs, it will be in Arabic. For the other non-Arabs, it will be in English. Then we have ICT, Islamic studies, again for native Arabs will be in Arabic, and for non-Arabs it will be in English. Life skills, students who do not take up Islamic studies, parallel to that, life skills is offered to the other students. We have physical education, which is mandatory now in all CBSE school, because overall physical development is important, and we offer a wide range of sports and games subjects that are offered here. Then we have art, music and dance is offered only for grade 5. In 6, 7, 8, we do not have music and dance because there is a lot of requirement for the academics, so the periods are devoted there. Work education club activities. Now, this is another area where overall development, we offer a wide range of clubs that are offered to the students, and they have to select one of the options. So robotics will also be there, but it is one of the paid clubs. And then we have class assemblies. This is one area where children are given an overall platform where they can come up and showcase their talent, public speaking, participating in dance, drama, activities. And what is the takeaway from these assemblies is very important. What message we are sharing. So that is how the program and the curriculum goes ahead. Next slide. Language policy. Now students can choose any one second language of their choice in grade 1, and this second language remains throughout. It means till grade 10 they can choose. So one of the languages as second language from the 6 options which is available here. Now Arabic is compulsory as second language for native speakers. Third language, the student can choose one third language of the choice in grade 3, and it remains till grade 8. So in grade 9, they don't have to study for the third language. Only 2 languages they will study. Now, components of assessments. How is the assessment done? Now, in a CBSE curriculum, there is cumulative assessment. There are multiple ways where the children are assessed throughout the year. Now, we have periodic assessments, which are done twice a year. Then we have subject enrichment, in which we have the interdisciplinary art integrated projects and classroom observation. So together that make up the overall assessment for one term, and then similarly we will be done for the second term. This is the assessment structure that we have for grade 5 to 8. So there are 2 terms at the end of each term. There is a reporting done, and report cards are prepared based on continuous assessment, which includes periodic test, subject enrichment, and class observation. The weightage of periodic tests, it is conducted actually out of 30 marks, but the weightage as per CBSE is only 10%. Then class observation and subject enrichment together makes 10%. So this 10% of periodic test plus class observation and subject enrichment is 20%, which is the internal assessment part of the assessment, which is internally done, and 80% is the theory written exam, which is at the end of the term, and this combined with the internal assessment of 20% gives us a 100% result. So this becomes our term 1. Similarly, in term 2, we also again have the periodic test, again out of 30 marks, which will be converted in 10% as per CBSE pattern, and class observation and subject enrichment, again 20%, 10%, which is the internal assessment, and annual exam out of 80 marks. So these two terms assessment is done, and the promotion is generally done out of the cumulative of both the terms. So the weightage is taken out of term 1 and term 2, and that's how we go to see that how the child has done entire year, not just in one exam. If the child has missed one exam or not been able to perform one of the subjects or one of the terms, that doesn't really affect the overall performance, because we are looking at cumulative assessment. It is a continuous assessment and ongoing process, how the child does throughout the year, and on the basis of that we do the promotion. Monthly progress review for grade 5 to 8. Now every month we have the learning outcomes for each subject, topic wise, and then they are assessed monthly. Now concept recap, accomplished skills, established skills, developing skills, and needs support. These are the 5 criteria how we grade the learning outcomes for each student for each of the subjects, and where does he stand. Art integration. Now in CBSE curriculum, what is more important in the new pedagogy is that how can learning be made fun and how can learning be made interested. And for that, art integration is one of the ways how we are able to ensure that there is fun and enjoyment in the classroom when we are delivering the curriculum. So art integration is done in 2 ways, visual art and performing art. Visual art is where in any subject, how the teacher is able to integrate the visual concept of art, whether it could be through diagrams, through flow charts, through mind maps. So these are visual art integration, using drawings or diagrams to relate a particular concept so that the teaching becomes easy and the children are able to understand. Similarly, the other way of integrating art in any subject is by performing arts. Now, how can any concept be made fun, interesting for students by integrating it with music, dance, drama? So this becomes the performing art part of it, where one concept can be done. For example, when the teacher is teaching, that concept is probably done as a drama or a role play, so that that concept becomes easy, and with art integration, the children are able to understand better. Next slide. Classroom observation. Now, these are the 7 areas how the class observation is taken into account. Whenever the teachers are giving internal assessment, marks weightage, they observe the children throughout the year on these parameters: how confident the child is, neat in appearance, punctuality, how responsible the child is, how well he's able to adjust with his peers and friends and social life, how well disciplined he is, self-disciplined, and active participation in various school activities. So on the basis of all these class observations, the teacher are able to give them a weightage for the internal assessment. With regard to leave policy, if your ward is absent for a day, then he or she must produce a leave letter from the parents, which is addressed to the class teacher, stating the reason for the absence of the day. And if the leave is for more than 2 days, then the ward must submit the medical certificate. Now, that is very essential that we look for proper leave sanctioning with reason addressed to the teacher in the form of an application. And for long leave, parents should fill long leave form, which the HRTs will provide to you, and then it has to be finally approved by the HM and the principal. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I think that's all from my side. Ms. Maya, I hand over to you.
Thank you, sir, for that compact yet comprehensive overview. It is my absolute pleasure to invite our academic coordinators. Let us begin by inviting our Grade 5 academic coordinator, Ms. Amrita Patwardhan. Ma'am, may I request you to kindly walk us through the academic programs and initiatives that you have planned for Grade 5.
Thank you, Ms. Himaya. Good morning, parents, Principal Ma'am, HM Sir. I'm the coordinator of Grade 5 for this year, 2025-26. I hope you must have seen the section allotment for your kids till now. So let me introduce you to the homeroom teachers of your classes. Ms. Sajda will be handling 5A, Ms. Maria 5B, Ms. Saima 5C, Ms. Farah 5D. Then going ahead, Ms. Dirja 5G, Ms. Nisha 5F, Ms. Netravati 5E, Ms. Saundarya 5H, and Ms. Sana 5I. Apart from that, let us see the books and the supplementary books that we are offering for grade 5 students. Firstly, the core subjects, we have 3 books for English, 1 for mathematics, 1 for science, 1 for social science, 1 for ICT, 1 for art, and 1 for Islamic studies. Please note that there is no book for moral science, that is life skills. The teachers will be teaching from the resources. Second languages, we offer 6 second languages, 3 of which are 3 books will be for Hindi, 2 for French, 1 for Arabic, 1 for Tamil, 1 for Malayalam, and 1 for Kannada. These are the cover pages of the books. Going to the third languages, we have 1 for Hindi, 2 for French, 1 for Arabic, 1 for Tamil, 1 for Malayalam, 1 for Urdu, 1 for Telugu, 1 for Sanskrit, and 1 for Kannada. So welcome you all on the board. Hope to see you soon. Over to you, Ms. Himaya. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Amrita. Now I take great pleasure in inviting our Grade 6 academic coordinator, Ms. Harsha Bhatia. Ma'am, over to you, please.
Thank you, Ms. Himaya. Good morning, everyone present here. I'm Harsha Bhatia, Academic Coordinator for Grade 6. First, I'll introduce my team of HRTs. For Grade 6A, we have Ms. Rosemary, 6B, Ms. Vanita, 6C, Ms. Miyomina, 6D, Ms. Sonia, 6E, Ms. Arya Lakshmi, and 6F, we have Farhad Deba. For 6G, we have Mr. Mansoor. For 6H, Mr. Nihar. For 6I, we have Ms. Sneha. Now I'll just brief you about textbook and the additional subjects of grade 6. As like in grade 5, here also we have 4 core subjects: English, Maths, SST, and Science. Apart from in Maths, Science, and Social Studies, we have 3 English textbooks. 2 are done in the classroom and 1 is for practice at home. Additional subjects, we have ICT, Art, and Islamic Studies. We have 1 book for each. Islamic Studies only for Muslim students, and non-Muslim students, they learn life skills. In that period, they are taught different skills of life. Now this next is second languages. We offer 6 languages, as HM sir has already briefed you about it. Apart from French and Hindi, all 4 languages have single book. Hindi, second language, has 3 textbooks, and for French, we have 2 textbooks. Let's move to TL. We have 9 TLs. 6 TLs are same as SL. Addition to that, we have 3 extra TLs, that is Urdu, Telugu, and Sanskrit. So this is all about grade 6. Now I request Ms. Himaya to take over. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Harsha ma'am, for your thoughtful words and continually steering our academic programs with such passion and precision. Now I warmly welcome our Grade 8 academic coordinator, Ms. Sudha Bhuvaneshwaran. We await you, ma'am. There's a correction. Grade 7 and 8 academic coordinator, Ms. Sudha Bhuvaneshwaran. We await you, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Ms. Himaya. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Right. Good morning, and I welcome all of you once again to a very enriching and a rewarding learning experience that we all of us have planned for our kids this year and at years to come. So this is once again Ms. Sudha Bhuvaneshwaran, Academic Coordinator of Grade 7 and 8. Welcome, especially the new joinees and new parents on board. takes life. Before getting
Rashma?
into
चाहिए?
before getting into the introduction to a pool of expertise and faculties that we have in grade 7 and 8, as a school, our motto is education with a difference. And every endeavor, we do it with excellence. And this is a practice of TPS Monarch International School. With that said, let me introduce the homeroom teacher for grade 7. For 7A, we have Ms. Nandita. And for 7B, we have Ms. Aisha. And for 7C, we have Ms. Tanya. For 7D, we have Ms. Seerath. And for 7E, we have Ms. Vaibhavari. And for 7F, we have Ms. Angel. And for 7G, we have Ms. Himaya. Hope you are well aware of Ms. Himaya, and I belong to English department. I'm the HOD of English as well. Moving on to the next, we have grade 8 teachers here with us. For grade 8A, it is Ms. Regina, and for 8B, it is Ms. Shilpa, and for 8C, it is Ms. Swati, and for 8D, Ms. Anamika, and for 8E is Ms. Nisha. Now, we have planned a great deal of strategies and plans to how to make and integrate our vision and mission into reality, bring to reality with the help of you, because we always consider parents are our partners. And of course, we are at school, our children are with us, but home, to make this process to move on to another level and to make a good form of learning, a holistic environment, we need parents' support. So we have the core subjects content, and we have a good number of publications with a good number of books with us for grade 7. Let me take you to the grade 7 books. On the basis of the pedagogical strategies, first comes the books, which plays an integral role for teachers as well as students. And now I would appreciate parents also would take into account of what are the books that we offer for grade 7. And if you take English, there are 3 books. For grade 5 to 8, we usually offer there are 3 books. It comes as a series, and there's a change in English. This time we have come with the revised version as per the new NEP policy. Grade books are revised now, and English, if you see, there are 3 books: the main book, the home book, and the enrichment book. All these 3 books comes as a series, and we equally give importance to it. But the third book, which is an enrichment book, which we give students to read the literature of different genres at their free time. And of course, we always discuss all those knowledge and the insight and the concepts that they're going to get during the leisure time reading. We'll try to integrate with the main course learning as well. Apart from English, you could see for maths, there is again a very good book we have from a good publication. And for science, of course, the same. And social science and ICT, we have a separate book. For junior artists, it's an art book where you will definitely come to know about the different varieties of the artistic skills that they're going to get it with the help of this compiled version of junior artist book. It's a very good book. And then the Islamic studies, of course, as Ms. Academic Coordinator 5 and 6 said, there is no separate book for moral science. We teachers have come up with a new curriculum for moral science, where students, along with our school vision and mission, what are the values and the skills that can be integrated and can be executed and can be applied in every walk of their life with children, is what we are going to do it during the moral science period, where students automatically they get all those skills. It is really enough to lead a very peaceful life, which is good for them and also for others as well. Moving on with grade 7 second language books, we offer here Hindi. You could see again there are 3 books, as how we do for English. In the same way, Hindi, it comes as a series of 3 books. All the 3 books are integrated, and we give equal importance to it, and we try to connect each and every book in a way that it makes sense and a kind of a purposeful learning that children they're going to have now. And French, again, this time 2 books, again integrated version. And Arabic, of course, we have a book, and Tamil, we have another book in Malayalam, of course, and Kannada as well. Moving on, the third language books that we offer for grade 7. Hindi, of course, we have a book, and French, again, 2 books. For second language and third language as well, for French especially, we have 2 books. And Arabic, of course, and Tamil, Malayalam, Urdu, Telugu, and Sanskrit, and Kannada. For each language, 1 book we offer. And now the textbooks and the supplementary books for all the subjects for grade 8, we are going to get into it. For grade 8, again, there are 3 English books and Maths 1 book, Science 1 book, and Social Science 1, ICT, and Art book, and Islamic Studies. And second language textbook for grade 8, we could see Hindi, there are 3 books again, and French, 1 book, not 2 books. For grade 7, it was 2 books. And for Arabic, 1, and Tamil, 1, Malayalam, and then Kannada. And third language textbooks for grade 8, Hindi 1 book and French 2 books here, and Arabic, Tamil 1 book, Malayalam, Urdu, Telugu, and Sanskrit. And now there is one more thing that I would like to reiterate the point, because being students, parents from grade 5 to 8, they are well aware of the monthly syllabus as a new initiative, as a new tool that we as a school, we offer it to our parents to get well informed about what's happening in that particular month, what are the activities, what kind of the concept that the students they're going to learn in that particular month well in advance from school, that through the class teacher to the HRT that we give it, and we upload it on Zenda, our portal, to students, to make them, and for children, for parents as well, to make them well aware of what are the concepts that they're going to learn, so that they can well prepared, because we always believe that preparedness makes all the differences. When the child is really prepared and curious enough to learn what are the new things that I'm going to learn, will actually make some, actually the learning has actually happened when there is a kind of preparedness. So this monthly syllabus will be uploaded on Zenda by HRT every month, so that parents can be well aware of it. And we want and we appreciate our parents to be partner in our children learning, so that let's make it easy for our children, and let's make it a purposeful endeavor for them. So this is the main objective of giving you the monthly syllabus in advance. And we always appreciate you to have constant check, like with the children, like what are the concepts that I've learned daily, what are the curiosity, the kind of level of curiosity. I would appreciate you have to have a level of check that every month. And next is the daily class update. This is again another tool to provide to our parents that we are as transparent as we are, that we always what are the activities that we do in the class, what are the teaching that we, this is something which is very specific. The monthly syllabus was little generic, but if you see the daily class update, the name itself dictates that it is daily class updates, which is something which is going to be very specific, gives a bird's eye view for parents to get into conversation with their children, like what happened in English period, to what happened in math period, of science period, or social science periods, to when you take this conversation with children, they actually tend to give more weightage to their own learning, which eventually promote the ownership of learning. So this is the main objective of the daily class update. We appreciate you parents to look into this daily, unless otherwise like you're really, really busy, so that we both can make difference in our students' life in the process of learning. Moving ahead, with the subject enrichment update, we say it's interdisciplinary projects. This is a part of the assessment structure as well. We give 10% of weightage to subject enrichment plus class observation, apart from the periodic assessment that we conduct. For periodic assessment, as HM sir has already given the overview about the assessment structure. For periodic assessment and the subject enrichment and IDP plus class observation, cumulative it is 20%, and the summative assessment that they're going to write 5 to 8 is 80 mark paper. So this plays a very, very important role, and also it's very inclusive in nature, where the children, when they learn a concept, when they try to connect it with the different areas of learning, maybe it can be a subject or it can be any medium, they get to have more clarity about what exactly they have learned. And also this sets as a base, as CBSE curriculum always says, that whatever they do, it must be integrated with the knowledge that we have and to the outside world. So it's a kind of a practical assessment, I would say, but the way that we have strategized the format and the structure to do the subject enrichment project is really, really inclusive one, where students will be enjoying in doing it. And probably everything is going to be on research-based and investigation-based. And this year, I'm pretty sure that parents are going to be really surprised about the curiosity and the level of investigative and the research techniques that our students are going to bring it to your table, even at home. So I'm pretty sure about it. Moving ahead, let me give you an overview of the teachers and the faculty members for the second and the third language. So Hindi and Sanskrit, of course, will be handled by the set of teachers. I would like to read out the names: Mr. Sarvesh, Ms. Surabhi, Ms. Shilpi, Ms. Archana, Mr. Mansoor, and Ms. Ruby. And for Arabic and Urdu, we have a set of teachers. I would like to introduce their names as well: Ms. Tabassum, Mr. Hamad, Ms. Shazli, and Mr. Sajahan, and Ms. Shaima. In the same way, Malayalam, Telugu, and Kannada and French, we have a set of teachers. If I would appreciate if you take a snapshot or a photo of it so that it's easy and you can always communicate with your children, and you can, of course, there was a curiosity that who will be my teacher, who will be my Kannada teacher, who will be my French teacher. Right, moving ahead with the next set of teachers that we have for PE and co-scholastic areas. So as 7 and 8 academic coordinator, I would appreciate parents to look into this co-scholastic areas where we have again strategized. Of course, activity coordinator will be updating on all those areas, but these areas where the exact real learning is happening with children, you say that they don't want to miss PE period and they don't want to miss any kind of activities. This is the reason why we always integrate activity-based learning and task-based learning. So we have a really experienced and a very strong team for art, music, dance, physical education, and librarian. I would appreciate all the parents could click a photo of it. Let me read the name as well. For art, the teachers are very less: Mr. Ashish and Ms. Bharti for art, Ms. for music, Mr. Rajiv, Mr. Vivek, and Ms. Sneha, and for dance, Ms. Tina, Ms. Rakhi, and for physical education, Mr. Surendra, Mr. Parvis, Mr. Ashi, Ms. Ashi, and Ms. Kirti. And for librarian, we have Ms. Azia and Ms. Swarna. And the faculty and in charges for exams, this is a very, again, and a very important one. If you have any kind of clarifications or concerns related to exam, assessment, discipline, or any other areas of your children learning a DPS Monarch, we always appreciate to communicate first to the HRT, and HRT keeping in CC with the academic coordinator, and always we take it forward to HM. And of course, whatever possibility and feasibility, according to that, the solution is given. And we are always there for our children 24/7. An exam cell coordinator to make it out in a very smooth manner. We have exam cell coordinator, Mr. Jamal Yusuf, and a discipline master, Mr. Parvez, and a robotics teachers, Mr. Nikhil and Ms. Deepa, and the school counselors always available for us, Ms. Rima and Ms. Akansha, and the school nurses, Ms. Jinu and Ms. Sahala. That's it from my end, dear parents. All the very best for you and for all the Monarchians for this yet another enriching and a very rewarding experience that they're going to get at DPS Monarch International School. Thank you for your support and coordination, and we are partners as school and as parents for our children betterment and making this world a better place to live in. This is what our mission, and we strongly work towards our vision. And thank you so much for being partnering in it. Thank you so much. Over to Ms. Himaya.
Thank you, Sudha ma'am, for a clear and detailed overview of our scholastic and co-scholastic structure, updates, and resources. Up next, let me invite our activity coordinator, Ms. Surabhi Suri, to enlighten us with her comprehensive insight into our co-curricular activities. Ms. Surabhi, please.
Thank you, Ms. Himaya. A very good morning to everyone. As you are aware now from my name, I will be a coordinator, activity coordinator for grade 5 to 8. Can you please change the slide? Next slide, please. After the detailed summary of the academic assessment structure, I now present the co-curricular activities and events overview for all the parents here, which makes the entire learning process at DPS Monarch International School comparatively. We have, like you can see in slide, we have 4 houses in our school, and each student is placed in either one of the 4 houses. The 4 houses are Integrity House, Peace, Honesty, and Loyalty. I elaborate a bit about these houses. Colors: honesty signifies blue, integrity stands for red, and loyalty indicates yellow, and peace is for green. Next slide, please. Now let me introduce our house wardens. Miss Anamika is a house warden for Peace House, Miss Dhirija for Loyalty, and Miss Nandita for Integrity House, and Miss Vibhavari for Honesty House. Throughout the year, the school organized various inter-house competition and activities for which points are awarded based on the performance of each house. As we all can see, we have conducted student council investor ceremony in which student council take oath with their house wardens to perform their duties as per their roles and to serve their fellow students and uphold the values of the institution. Next slide. Moving ahead, we have a student council committee in which we select students for different positions, and participation of the student is important. Selection process is there through written test and interview with the heads. Coming to the next slide, please. Now, coming to the inter-school and intra-school competition, which will be there. These are the list of planned activities and events for the academic year 25 and 26. Presenting to you a few look of the activities. Next slide, please. These are the activities, parents, you can see. Fest is there, annual events are there, and important days are there. And so we will be conducting the activities house-wise also and class-wise also accordingly. Next slide, please. Presenting to you a few look of the activities which were conducted during the academic year 24-25. We also regularly conducted international trips. Last year, we organized educational trips to US and then robotics participation in Singapore. Next slide. We offer different clubs as well. Every student enrolls in any one of their choice. The objective of the work experience club activities is to give students the opportunity to showcase their talents through various clubs. These clubs are also help students to hone their interest further. The club activities also helps them improve their leadership and social skills when they work with their peers. Here are some glimpses you can see of the activities, club activities. In these co-systolic areas, students are assessed in areas of health and physical education or the work education. And the last is the assessment rubrics are as presented here: regularity and sincere participation of the students, the quality of their output in these areas, how they work as a team in their co-scholastic areas. Coming to the co-scholastic activities, every student is enrolled in art, music, PE, and dance as well. Thank you for being very patient, audience, and I hope we will be able to provide very fruitful and wholesome co-curricular activities for this academic year 25-26 to our students. And I look forward to your cooperation and support. Do contact me in case of any query related to the co-curricular activities. And over to Ms. Himaya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Surabhi, for that clear and engaging overview of our co-curricular activities that truly bring out student life to life. Moving ahead, let me invite Mr. Vinoy Vijaykumar, our esteemed IT head, for a briefing on the parent portal. Mr. Vijaykumar's expertise and leadership in leveraging technology has enhanced communication and engagement between school and our parents. Please.
Thank
Mr.
you, Ms.
Vijaykumar,
Himaya.
if you may,
Yeah,
please.
I hope everyone can hear me. So thank you all for joining today. So as Himaya ma'am introduced, my name is Vinoy Vijaykumar. I am the head of IT. So here I'm going to introduce my team and introduce whatever things we are using, like the school portal we have, Microsoft account also we have, and some normal regulations, school regulations also. I'll be explaining it. Moving on to the next slide. This is my IT team. So we have 4 dedicated persons, including me. So you can contact us anytime for any queries related to IT. Move on, please. Yeah, so here today I'm going to explain about the parent portal and Zenda app, which is the mobile app for the same parent portal. Student Microsoft account and usages, Pearson app about school media, social media platforms, communication between parent and school policies. Move on, please. Yeah, these are the parent portal and Zenda app index. Here you can log into the application dashboard. You can access notification, attendance, leave history, fee payment, receipt history, assessment, coursework, email, and account settings, and some general facts as well. Move on, please. So this is how the Zenda app works. Like you can download the Zenda app through Play Store and App Store, and you can register to Zenda app through your registered email ID or phone number, which you already given when during the time of admission. You'll receive an OTP, and you'll be proceeding to the login by continue button. Okay. So the same portal will be accessible to website like browser as well. You can go to the link mentioned in the screen, and this link will get you to the portal. Here also you can register with the same registering method using the email ID, password, and this is the application dashboard. Here you can find everything which are available. Moving on. So notifications are the you can stay updated with the important announcements, circulars, and alerts from the school here. There will be a bell icon. You can check in that bell icon to receive all the notifications. Moving on. So attendance. This will keep track of your child attendance, including holidays, late arrivals, and absences. Leave history. Leave history. If your child needs to take a leave, you can apply for it here. Just make sure to provide a valid medical certificate when required. Next one is fee payment. View outstanding fees, payment details. You can also pay fees directly through the portal using Doha Bank credit card payment gateways. Next one is the receipt history. Access all fee transaction and receipts. You can even initiate a new payment from here. The next one is assessment. Check your child's academic progress, including term and monthly report cards. Yeah. Next one is coursework. Access learning plans, assignments, homework, and study materials shared by the teachers here. So InMail can be used to communicate directly with the teachers and the school through this platform. Yes. Moving on. So these are all some general facts available for the school portal. And apart from these queries, if you have any concerns that related to IT, you can send an email to itsupport@misdoha.com, which will be in the next slide, please. Yeah, this is the itsupport@misdoha.com. You can send queries, any kind of technical issues if you are facing, you can send it to this email ID. Moving on. So next platform is the Microsoft Office 365. This is a package. Here you can find Outlook email, Teams application, and all. Moving on. So Microsoft email. Access your child's school email through Outlook. You can send, receive, and manage email, and even change password if necessary. So this can be either from a browser or from a locally installed Outlook application. You can configure easily, and you will receive all the mails here, which is related to from school. Moving on. All these sent items, deleted items, all can be found here. Okay, moving on. This is how you change your password. In the right side corner, you will find the profile button. You can click it, and if you go to view account, there you can change the password. So the next application available is the Microsoft Teams that comes along with the same email ID password. And here you can access the school online classes. Moving on. Yeah, these are all the scheduled classes available in the Teams meetings. Like you can check it after logging with your registered email ID. Not registered, the school allowed email ID, sorry. Yeah, here you can find, check your emails from Teams, meeting invite, meeting links, and all will be available here. This is the calendar icon. Here you can see the scheduled meetings, like scheduled classes available. Here in activity, all the assignments, videos, all the activities will be available here. Next one is assignments, which are upcoming, past due, complete. All the assignments which were given from the classes will be available here. This is how you end a meeting. After joining a meeting, this is how you end a meeting. The next one is the Pearson app. For accessing digital textbooks and learning resources, we use the Pearson app. Here's how to get it started. Login or register using any email ID. This can be your personal email or the school's email ID provided by us. But we encourage you to use the school email ID. So here you can register with the school email ID, or your personal also can be used. And this platform is outsourced. So whenever you need any support, you can send mail to the platform email ID that will be shown in the end of this slide. Moving on. So when you register, you will receive an email to the email ID, and you can click on activate account so that you can activate the account in the Pearson app. Moving on. So after logging in, click on the plus icon and enter the code from the textbook. Backside of the textbook, you can find a code that can be entered, and the textbook will be visible in the platform. And this is the at the end of. Can you please check? Move on to the previous. Okay. So this is the toll-free number for any support, and in the end, there is an email ID. If you are facing any technical issue, you can send your query to this email ID. They will support you. Moving on. So if you forget the password, you can reset the password here. And don't worry, all these troubleshooting steps will be shared to you through email after this meeting. Moving on. So these are the social media platforms available, and we encourage you to follow our official social media platform for updates and announcements. And these are the communication platform between parent and school. Actually, there are 4 methods. One is through school portal, like I introduced earlier. One is through email ID, that is a two-way communication. And one is through WhatsApp. Any notifications will be alerted through WhatsApp as well. And one is through SMS, that is used only in emergency cases, like suppose suddenly one emergency came and we will send the alert to SMS as well. And we have school policies available in the website and the school portal as well. We have IT policies as well for your ward. From 5th onwards, we have BYOD, bring your own device policies that will be available in the school website and the school portal as well. So these are all the things related to IT. Thank you for all your support. Feel free to reach out for any assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Binoy, for that well-detailed overview of our communication platforms. As we conclude our presentation for the day, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the speakers. And now the floor is open for a question and answer session.
Miss Himaya, the questions are mentioned in Q&A box,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So we can take the questions one by one. And as per the question, either me or Mr. Kapil, coordinators, can answer those queries, because some of the queries are common, so we can take it only once if the questions are repeated. So otherwise you can go through. I have already replied to some of the questions, but still we can take up those questions. So one by one, you can read out the questions and we would be answering. So, but
Okay.
then we have to ensure that we give this 15 minutes for queries, and after that we'll conclude the orientation.
Okay, ma'am.
So you can just take
So
up the
one
questions.
question is regarding the ratio of students in class in Fiji classes. The boy-girl ratio should be maintained in Fiji class.
Yeah,
Parent has
so
asked
regarding this
regarding
boy
that.
and girl ratio, actually, we cannot do much about it because this is an optional program. So usually we allocate section A for integrated program. So it's not Fiji anymore, it's physics wala. So all the students, those who were part of this integrated program, we are assuming they all would continue with that. So since the section is only one, we cannot segregate or we cannot maintain a very ideal ratio of boys and girls, because since it's an optional program, so it's entirely depending upon the students, those who want to go for this program. But we and if the strength goes above 30 or 32, then we come up with the second section, which is section B. So anyway, we are still giving time to parents to choose if they would like to go for this integrated program or not. Once the school is reopened on 6th, we'll just go through how many students are there, and accordingly we can see the girls and boys. But as such, we cannot pressurize any child to go for this program. It's an optional program. It's entirely depending upon the parent and the children if they would like to go for. But we maintain a strength of 30 to 32 students per class as per our school policy.
There is another query regarding TL Marathi. Are we going to provide this?
I think
Yes.
again, it depends on the number. If only 1 or 2 students opt
There
for
is a
any
question
language,
from Ms. Madhu
it's not
Malini.
it's not feasible for us to offer.
The
Last
internal
year,
assessment.
we had sent one survey to parents, and only 6 parents were interested. We need at least 25 to 30, at least one class, because we have to put a dedicated teacher, we have to bring a lot of resources. It should be viable for a school to offer that subject if there is a reasonable number of students interested to go for that subject, which we don't see in the case of Marathi. We still have books in our store, which we had ordered 2 years ago. So again, we'll have to see if we get a minimum number of students, we might go ahead with this, otherwise we cannot.
Yeah, there is a question from Ms. Madhu Malini. The internal assessment is both class observation and IDP. That's what we given
So I
parents
think
as assessment
coordinators or Mr.
structure. We
Kapil can
always
take
get the
up this
whole
question.
marks. We would appreciate if we get the breakage of the points. Yes, Ms. Madhu Malini, I would like to answer to this question. Yes, internal assessment, 20%, 20 marks are there, and the summative assessment, 80 marks, they're going to appear. If you take English, we have listening speaking we have. So this 20 marks, 10 marks is for the class observation, and remaining 10 marks, 5 marks for listening and 5 marks for speaking. And also IDP as class observation plus IDP is considered as 10 marks, listening 5 marks and speaking 5 marks. And we always upload all these details as the assessment structure for internal marks on Zenda. And this time we have just give a reminder message on broadcast as well. So like this, we have for every subject that how the internal assessment, the 20% of marks has been calculated. So we always give as a format to you. This year for English, it's been given, and we make sure that we usually do it in the class. Like we give them, we ask them to write it in their notebook, and students are well aware of where they are going to be evaluated. So we'll make sure that this time we'll send a very compiled version of how the internal marks are going to be calculated with class observation and IDP.
Ms. Maya, you can take next question.
Next, it's towards the IT department. Do they have a choice to select the device for IT-enabled education? Mr. Vinay, sir?
Vinay?
Yes, can you say it again? Sorry.
Do they have a choice to select the device for IT-enabled education? They prefer Android over iPad.
Actually, from grade 1 to 5, it is iPad is encouraged, and not only encouraged. Actually, we put some charging stations in each classes for that. From 6 onwards, they can bring their own devices. Android also is welcome, no problem.
Next question, Ms. Maya.
SOF.
Yeah, regarding this SOF, yes, we do conduct NOF for English, Science, and Maths. For NOF, we do conduct. Last year also we conducted NOFs. Let us check into this SOF also. As a school, we are really open to provide all kinds of state and national level, but our students, they appeared for NOF last year.
When the PT exams will be conducted, yes, you will be getting an update on that with the almanac, and we'll be showing the almanac within the first week of April.
Yeah, regarding the notes upload on Zenda, we are streamlining everything, because I know I can understand, like, students, they're really puzzling out, or parents, you have to download everything and then you have to sort it out. So we have come up with a plan. Probably maybe in 1 or 2 weeks you will come to know what's the plan and how we have strategized it, and how, in what way the result is going to be. Still, after that, if there is anything or any kind of discomfort, you can always approach us, but there is a plan. Let's wait for that.
Next question is there an NCERT book for math for grade 8?
Regarding the disciplinary rules for the students related to hairstyle for both boys and girls, yes, it is the committee. There is a disciplinary in charge. Very soon, the school is going to be updating students, and we are going to conduct sessions also on top of, on this regard, like how the uniform, the way they conduct students themselves in the class, their hair dress, and everything. The students are going to be updated on it, and we are going to have constant and consistent check on it. And we appreciate parents also, like, once you receive all those updates in regard to disciplinary plans, we would appreciate to follow it to the core. If you feel like any kind of disparity in it, you can always approach us through mail and the school formal communication means. Yes, there is a plan in place. Very soon we'll update on that as well.
Regarding, is there an NCERT book for grade 8? No, from this year onwards, there's only Pearson textbook for grade 8. No NCERT book for grade 8.
That's fine.
And there's a query regarding how to update address for transport purpose. We did share a circular regarding this, and the links were broadcasted as well by the HRTs regarding an update on your address for the transport. If you missed that, it's completely fine. You can always send an email to transport@misdoha.com. There is a request not to shuffle students every year as they are promoted to the next grade.
There's this change of
Harsha ma'am,
language,
sir, can
SL language change, grade 6 and 8.
So this year we have not done any shuffling.
Hmm.
This year students are not shuffled. They are promoted to
Ms.
the
Sudha, you would
next
like to
grade.
answer that?
Yes.
Second language change for grade 6 and 8.
They can send us emails, then we will decide what is the reason for
Well,
it.
for change of any language, second language, whether it is grade 6, 7 or 8, you can send an email for that and we'll look into it
The reason.
with the reason or whatever you
there
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
question regarding admission into Cisco program.
Answer. See, all the value-added initiative program details will be updated to parents. Everything is in process, strategizing all those plans, structure and frame and everything. You'll be updated on Cisco program as well.
About the welcome email that needs to be sent.
Yes,
One
sir.
of-
Welcome letter will go by tomorrow evening.
By tomorrow evening, the welcome email will be sent. There's a question regarding that. So we are shortly going to send it.
There is a query regarding physics wala. Will there be any trial classes for physics wala?
Well, we'll look into it and we'll get back on that. Because whatever the classes are there, maybe the children can attend and then finalize soon, because in April itself, when the session begins, we'll be locking whatever students who take up, and that will remain. So maybe some of the classes we can ask them if that can be done.
So there is also a request for the contact details of subject teachers in the welcome letter itself. All subject teachers.
In welcome letter, we put details about for coordinator, HRT and HMN principal, but subject teachers details they can take from HRTs.
So HRTs will be able to share the subject teachers contact details. That can be done, no issues in that.
Dear parents, regarding the iPad, carrying iPad to school, as a school, we are tech-driven school, and the concept and the content that we teach is predominantly based on research and activity-based, and connecting with the different types of educational tools that probably students are using. So they are advised to carry iPads to school regularly. But I would appreciate maybe from parents as well to use not other than class during time, like, because we always ask children to bring the iPads, and there is a iPad locker as well to submit their iPads. So they must give their iPads to their HRTs whenever the subject teacher is in need to conduct any research or investigation or any kind of activity related thing. Then the subject teacher, the key is going to be with the teacher, and the subject teacher is the sole responsibility of using the iPad and keeping it back. So there is no kind of discomfort or kind of any kind of apprehensions in carrying iPads. Yes, we can understand that it's something which is students are in a very slipping stage, and but we do have a plan how to use it, and the mechanism is always already in place, I would say that. And we appreciate you also to advise parents, and in bus as well we have monitors, support staff, even teachers are there in the bus, and we are always there to monitor them the right usage of iPads.
There's a question which says that could you share DCU in the WhatsApp broadcast group? Well, there's a portal for it, and we share it only on portal.
There is a question: is it okay to use used books from elder children, or is it necessary to get new books from school? There is a change in our textbooks. From this year, so it is for this particular, I would suggest it is better to go with the new books because the books have been revised. This would be the last question for the session. So there is a request that the parent would really appreciate if you keep the iPad in locker and whenever required, hand it over to the student till grade 5. That is exactly that we do. And even from grade 6 to grade 8 as well, we collect the iPads and we keep it with the teacher and they are given it only as and when it is required for them.
What will be the report card?
Hello. Hello. Hello, madam.
Yes, please.
Can I speak? Just 1 second.
Please, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, madam, my question is whether any discount available for the first and
Please, sir,
second
you may
siblings.
go ahead.
Yeah, I am already speaking. Can you hear me? My question is, how much discount is applicable for the first
You
and
can
second
also
siblings?
type the question in the chat box.
please.
I have already typed, but you missed my question. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
There's a question which is on academics. Report card structure be from grade 5 onwards.
The
Just
report
grade
cards
or
will, every
individual
year we
marks.
publish the report cards in March, and then we give the hard copies to students once the new academic session starts.
Yes, so for grade 5 onwards, there will be no grades. It will be individual marks that the students will be assessed on, and there will be term-wise grade report card given. Because the assessment pattern of CBSE is that written-wise marks are given. 20% internal assessment and 80% is the theory, which is the summative.
However, it is time to draw this meeting to a close. This video of this orientation will be available in our website and social media platforms, where you will be able to click and watch them at your leisure. And it is also helpful when you want to go back and see the information again. And please remember that though our time together today is ending, our lines of communication remain open. Should you have any further questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. You can schedule meetings or make phone calls or send emails, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Thank you once again for joining us. Let us eagerly anticipate and work towards a successful academic year ahead. Have a wonderful day ahead and remember to stay safe, healthy, and happy. Thank you.
Thank you, parents, for joining us. And we are always open for any queries and questions and queries or problem suggestions that you have. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.